The Art of Letting Go. My friend, come sit with me for a moment. There is something I have learned after many years of walking mountain paths, sitting in silence, and observing the lives of countless people. Most suffering does not come from what happens to us. It comes from what we refuse to let go of. Think about that for a moment. A painful memory from years ago. A mistake you wish you could undo. A person who left your life. An opportunity that slipped through your fingers. The event itself may have lasted only a moment, yet the suffering can continue for years because we carry it with us wherever we go. Many years ago, when I was a young monk, I met an old traveler resting beside a river. He carried a large sack on his back. It looked heavy. As we spoke, I noticed something unusual. Every few minutes, he would open the sack and stare inside before closing it again. Curious, I asked him what he was carrying. He smiled sadly and opened the bag. Inside were old letters, faded photographs, broken objects, and reminders of people and places he had lost. I carry them everywhere, he said. They remind me of what I once had. I nodded and asked him a simple question. And do they bring you peace? The old traveler looked away. After a long silence, he whispered, "No, they only remind me of what I've lost." At that moment, I realized something important. Many people live exactly like that traveler, not with a physical sack on their backs, but with an invisible one. They carry old regrets, old disappointments, old resentments, old versions of themselves. And over time, the weight becomes so familiar that they forget they are carrying it. My friend, the first lesson of letting go is understanding that holding on does not change the past. No amount of worry can rewrite yesterday. No amount of anger can undo what happened. No amount of longing can bring back a moment that has already passed. Yet many people spend years fighting battles that ended long ago. Imagine trying to row a boat while keeping one foot tied to the shore. No matter how hard you row, you cannot move forward. This is what happens when we cling to the past. We exhaust ourselves while remaining in the same place. I learned another lesson many years later from nature itself. One autumn morning, I watched leaves falling from a great tree near the monastery. The leaves did not resist. They did not cling desperately to the branches. They simply let go when their season had ended. And because they let go, the tree survived the winter and prepared for new growth in the spring. Nature understands something that humans often forget. Letting go is not losing. It is making room for new experiences, new relationships, new opportunities. And most importantly, a new version of yourself. The truth is that many people fear letting go because they believe it means forgetting. But letting go does not mean forgetting. It means accepting. You can remember a lesson without carrying its pain. You can appreciate a chapter of your life without trying to live in it forever. You can love someone and still accept that they are no longer part of your journey. Acceptance is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is the courage to say, "This happened. I cannot change it, but I will not allow it to control the rest of my life." One day, a student came to me carrying a cup filled to the very top with water. He asked, "Master, why do I feel so overwhelmed?" Instead of answering, I gently poured more water into the cup. The water spilled everywhere. The student immediately understood. His mind was already full of worries, full of regrets. My friend, if your hands are full of what no longer serves you, how can you receive what life is trying to give you? Sometimes the greatest act of self-care is not adding something new. It is releasing something old, a grudge, a fear, a regret, a story that no longer belongs to who you are becoming. As you listen to my voice today, I want you to think about one thing you have been carrying for too long. Perhaps it is a mistake. Perhaps it is anger. Perhaps it is a memory that continues to steal your peace. Now imagine placing it beside a river and watching the current carry it away. Not because it never mattered, but because your future matters too. And if there is one lesson, I hope you remember today, let it be this. Life becomes lighter when you stop carrying what was never meant to stay forever. The past can teach you, but it should not imprison you. Learn from it, honor it, then let it go. Because peace is not found by holding on tighter. Peace is found by knowing when to release your grip. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. Until next time, guard your mind, cherish the present, And remember, sometimes the most powerful step forward begins with letting go.